Bonjour everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Louisa. You are watching Loulou C'est la vie, and for today's video we are going to do a rose water DIY. Okay, it's not just a rose water, because if you know me, you know that I don't really stick to just one thing. Most of the time I like to add a bunch of stuff to it, but the base of it is a rose water, and this DIY is not going to give us just one product, but two products. In this video, I'm mostly going to talk about the rose water, the properties, how to use it, how to make it. And then on the second video, I will talk about the infused water that I will use mostly for my hair, the properties, how to use it, and all that good stuff. Before I show you the clip on this video, I just wanted to give a big shout out to one of my subscribers. Her name is Sherry Doll, and she is the one who inspired me to make this DIY. Girl, thank you so much. She left a super cool comment on my DIY liquid lotion video, and she shared with me her recipe on her anti-aging face serum, I think she calls it, and this is what inspired me to make this video. So thank you so much. And not just her, thank you to all of you guys who always leave comments and great messages. You guys makes me so happy, and I really appreciate it. Now, with no further ado, let me share with you how I make this DIY. Now, don't freak out because I am using a lot of herbs in there. You do not have to use all of those herbs. If you only have one, use that one. If you have two, then use two. If you have two that have nothing to do with what I have, but use them anyway. Just go online, check out their properties, see what it's gonna be good for, and if you think it's gonna work for you, then do it. Okay, don't be limited to what I do. You can do anything. Okay, I will see you guys right after this clip to talk about the rose water, the properties, how I use it. I'll see you guys in a second. First thing I'm doing here is to cut some fresh sage. The ingredients I'm going to use for this recipe is dry rose, some dry calendula flowers, and some dry rose hip. Now, don't worry if you do not have all of these ingredients. As long as you have the rose, you're good to go. And I'm going to put in some glycerin, some vitamin E oil, and a little bit of essential oil. Here I'm using the lavender. I'm also going to need some boiled water, a mason jar, a spatula, a stainless steel pot with a bowl, and something to put the bowl on top of so it stands out of the water a little bit. Alright, so first I'm going to start by taking all of my herbs and cutting them in small pieces, place them in this bowl, and it's going to look like a pretty colorful salad at the end. Alright, next we are going to the stove. We are going to put the boiled water in the pot with that little stand in the middle. Then we're going to put our herbs into the water so it can boiled and infused. After placing the bowl in the middle of the pot, I am covering the pot with the cover upside down. This is to allow the condensation of the water to go straight into the bowl. Now you see me add some ice on top of the cover. This is to speed up the condensation process so that my bowl fills up with rose water faster. After about half an hour, I see that my bowl is halfway full, so that's when I decide to stop the fire and remove it from the pot. Once I have my rose water, I'm gonna get my spray bottle, a pipette, a funnel, and we are going to mix everything. First, I fill up my little spray bottle with my rose water all the way to the top, leaving a little bit of space for my vitamin E. I'm gonna put like a couple drops of that in there. And my glycerin. Here I have a 1/8 of a spoon, which is the smallest spoon I own, and I'm just putting that much in there. Finally, I'm adding my essential oil. Here I have lavender, and I'm shaking, and here's your final product. The rest of the water is going to end up in this mason jar, and I will probably put it in the fridge until I'm ready to use it. Last step is to label the bottle to know what's in there and when did I make it. Alright you guys, so this is how I make the rose water and the infused water. Like I said earlier, we are keeping the infused water for my next video where I will explain to you how I use it and what it's good for. Right now we're going to focus on the rose water. So this rose water has, like you saw, rose, rosehip, calendula, and sage. Rose and rosehip have similar properties, which I'm going to read out of my computer. So rose water has anti-inflammatory properties that can help reduce the redness of irritated skin, get rid of acne, dermatitis, and eczema. Rose water helps clean pores and tone the skin. Now, rosehip is the fruit that is made by the roses, so I pretty much assume that it has similar properties. If you know of any amazing properties rosehip has, enlighten me with your wisdom and put it in the comments below. Moving on to the calendula. So personally, I know calendula since I'm a little girl in France. They use a lot of calendula in lotion, in soap, and I know that it helps soothe the skin from irritation, eczema, acne, and all that. So when Ella was a baby, I used a calendula oil from Weleda. I can't remember the name of the brand. I do remember, I can't pronounce it. I used to put that on her butt when she had a diaper rash and did a great job. So let's read what Dr. Google says about calendula. It has antiseptic properties which are helpful for treating wounds and preventing acne. As a skin conditioner, calendula extract stimulates collagen production. Calendula is a naturally occurring antioxidant. All right, now moving on to sage. Sage has many properties that contributes to healthy, balanced skin. As we know, antioxidants also fight bacteria and free radicals on the skin that can cause premature aging and fine lines. Sage antioxidant power is actually helping to prevent signs of aging. This is why I really wanted to put sage in my rose water, because of the anti-aging properties. Now if you don't have fresh sage in your kitchen, you can use the dry one that you would put in on your meat or your vegetables or whatnot. It does the same thing. All right, so this is it for the properties of the herbs that we have in our water. Now, when it comes to using this water, how do I use it? I use it in, I think, 3 different ways. The first one is just to refresh my skin throughout the day, especially on those days where I don't wear any makeup. A few splash, it helps with replenishing my skin, giving a little bit more moisture, helping with the overall glow of my skin. The second way we use that rose water is to help cleanse my skin. So after taking out the makeup, I will spray this rose water and then wipe it off with a cotton ball, just to make sure that everything is out of, all the makeup is out of my skin. Now the third way, and this is how I use it on a regular basis, like every day. When I come out the shower, I will dry my body and then I will put a few spray of that rose water on my face and let it air dry, just to make sure that everything gets on my skin, stays on my skin, and then once it's air dried, I put my face lotion on. So voila, you guys, this is how I make and use my rose water. I hope this DIY was helpful and easy enough for you to make it yourself. Please let me know in the comments below if you did make it, how it turned out for you. Did you tweak the formula? Did you add a different herb or a different essential? Or let me know. I'm very curious, and like you probably know by now, it inspires me. I will see you guys next week with the part 2 to this video, in which we will talk about my infused water. I will mainly use this, only use this on my hair, and I will tell you all about the properties and how I use it on my hair, what it does and all that. And then that's that. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and until next week, you guys, have a beautiful life. Au revoir et à bientôt.
Hey, c'est la vie.